What's going on, y'all? Drumsquad. And right now I tying up my rings. Look at that, that look nice and pretty, don't it? Tying up my rings, man, and we're gonna do another drum time talk. Get a chance to talk to the people and rap to the people about African drumming and dancing in Charleston. And my perspective on it. Like, this is something that I've been doing since I've been a child. And I feel like we all got a voice. Our voices are part of this thing. You know, that's something that we done grow all this time. And we all got a place within it, you know. And that's important. We all know that. But on this specific drum time talk, I could talk about Juneteenth. On another drum time talk, I definitely would like to talk about African drumming and dancing in Charleston and dig deep into it, you know, because that's a lot of history. And, you know, we kind of like done to put that thing on our back and run off with it, you know, taking it to the next level. So, but in this one, I go focus on the Juneteenth. We will talk about the Juneteenth and this thing, you know, non-biased about it. You know, giving both sides of a perspective, trying to look at it from both ways, things like that, while we get some work done. You feel me? So, you know, first off, talking about Juneteenth, the performance that we had, African drum and dance performance that we had, man, it was one of the best performances that I had personally. It just felt good to be with everybody, and I feel like we put on some of the best shows when we all come together, you know. And that's kind of like how it would always, you know, how it it's like you take the best drummers and dancers in Charleston and put them in one group, and it's like you got a mega show. So anytime we all hit the stage together, I know that shit is like fire. That shit is lit. You know, anything we damn do. So that was a good feeling. And my fault, one of the best shows so far. And but let me talk about Juneteenth, the holiday. You know, performance wise, man, it's like coming together with those people. Listen, some of these people, they practice 1 and 2 times a week, all year round. Some of these people practice when they get home. Some of these people practice this type of dance and that type of dance, and have other classes and things like that. And this is what I mean by, you know, like, the people now, we done put the culture on our back and taking it to another level. So, like, now let me talk about Juneteenth, the now nationally recognized holiday. Let me get some work done. You know, Juneteenth, the holiday, you know, you know, you got to bring some clarity to that, because there's a lot of controversial. I don't even really want to say controversial. I'm saying controversial as a lack of a better word for explanation for people who not exposed or don't have an understanding of anything else other than what they already know. You feel me? So, like, you know, growing up in the hood or growing up wherever you grow up at, and you've been through the traditional school system, this, that, and the third, and you used to go to church, whatever, you know, I still believe there's a common ground for people to damn meet on. And, you know, we do that through things like music, entertainment. You know, you go out to the club, you don't know who the hell at the club. You know, you might got the preacher's daughter at the motherfucking club. You never know. So it's like music and these forms of art and entertainment, they help transcend perspectives. And, oh, I like things this way, or I think this way. Because when you get out there with the music, you know, we can care less about that perspective. We want to have fun, we want to dance, and we want drum, and we want to sound good, and we want to look good. And that's what all the practice be about. You know, you best believe when we practicing year round, all year round, we not thinking about no damn Juneteenth. You feel me? Like, oh, we just about to do it for Juneteenth. No, it's like we do that because that's people are into what they into because that's what they like to do. And drumming and dancing is something that we like to do. We like to look good when we doing it. We feel good when we doing it, and we do it for the reasons that make us. We do it for the reasons that we do it for. So let's zoom. I'm gonna zoom in more so on my perspective of what I think about the Juneteenth holiday itself. Me myself personally, I ain't for all the hoorah. I ain't trying to be out there participating and advocating for Juneteenth. That's not my position. I like drums. I advocate and I root for my drums and my drum squad and the drum groups of Charleston and the people who don't come from afar to help us grow. So that's who I rock for. It ain't about the Juneteenth. So if you see me perform, definitely know that it just ain't about that one thing. It go deeper than that because like I say, these people, we put our own money into this thing. We work hard for our money. We put our own money into it, and that go beyond any holiday. You feel me? But like. The reason why I say, the reason why I want to have this, like, drum time talk and talk about Juneteenth, because it's like, you got a group, you got unquestionable facts. You got people who, out here, you got Moorish Americans, you got Aboriginal Americans, you got people out here who got solid, evidence that ain't got no choice but to be held up in a court of law. See now, and this is where you get into a history class and you get into all kind of other things. I'm gonna try to keep it as simple as possible. But I feel like there's a tale of two worlds. That people we living in, and just because a person might not understand life how another person understand and view life, that don't make a person bad, that don't make a person evil or none of that crap. That just make a person who different. They understanding. So it's like, long story short, you got Moorish Americans and you got Aboriginal Americans, they ain't hearing that. As a nationally recognized African American holiday. Okay, a lot of people might say, okay, well, what's the beef? What's the problem? Okay, so long story short, I ain't nobody teacher, I ain't nobody, instructor, none of that. Do your own fucking research. Do your own research. We walk around with computers in our pocket, cell phones. We can record, we can upload, we can do whatever. We can hit the Google. So do your own research. But every black person ain't come to America. And I saying black for lack of a better word or explanation. Everybody that got brown, copper color skin, black skin, melanated skin, however we want to call it, everybody ain't come from Africa. If the niggas already over here. Now, a lot of people may not, they might say, well, L, you bugging, TL, you bugging. But damn, do your own research. That's all I can say. I'll take the criticism, but once you do your own research, is research out there, and you take it with a grain of salt. But when you start talking about law documents and treaties and all of these things, well, goddamn, where the fuck them shit come from? Them shit just ain't been made up out of thin air. So you always talk about Marcus Garvey and Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. They don't never mention They don't ever mention Noble Drew Ali, this, that, and the third. Do your own research, okay? Let me get back to like the Juneteenth thing. There's some people who ain't going for that because they feel like they already been here. And just because they ain't give up their national rights and adopted something else, a lesser status, they not hearing that, and rightfully, Juneteenth is for the people who chose to choose a lower status. So like, I'm a advocate for people to do their own research. Because once you do your own research and you understand what I'm talking about status and, okay, the Moorish Americans or the Aboriginal Americans, it'll start to make sense, and you can make your own choice and decision. I ain't really there for that. Like I said, I ain't nobody teacher, this, that, is there. I just talking about the Juneteenth. My drumming, like I said, I advocating for drumming. That's a lot of energy in them drums. And but like I said, we do it for the culture, like the people who need to feel, for the people who need to transcend logic and they thought, and whether they about this religion or that religion or this way of life. When we get to the event and the crowd of people come and they hear them drums, they all come together as one. So I don't care what people feel this way, or if they're Moorish American, it don't matter. At that moment, those are moments for us to transcend and come together and be about one, and that's what it's all about. But I want to give that little clear up about Juneteenth, because a lot of people got mixed feelings on it. Some people support it, some people ain't with it. All I can say is, for the Moorish Americans and other things like that, hit us up. We want to be at the event to do some drumming and dancing too. Don't forget about the motherfucking drum. The drum, when we beat that drum, that shit is electrifying. All right? Magnifying, all right? So, to the other groups out there, who want that energy, because they fucking call us. We got to protect ourselves and reserve our energy and do it for the causes that we know we doing it for, and we know how to do that as individuals and as a group. So like I say, even with drumming and dancing, we come from all walks of life and things of that nature. So damn, let me get some work done. I'm doing a lot of talking now and getting my work done. I'll make that thing close, because I got 47 loopies on that thing. I've been managed to fit 2 more into my drum. I was trying to get like 50 loopies. I was aiming for the 50, but I got 47. I got 48 on the green, 47 on the bottom. So I'm gonna put 47 on the top ring. Yeah. Yes, sir. But back to like I was saying, man. Do your own research. You figure out what it means to you according to your level of understanding and your research, and God ain't gonna do you, God gonna protect you. Put it, take it like that. For your level of understanding, for how much research, how you done did this, that, and the third, and have fun, enjoy the moment. Dance to the rhythm of the beat and have fun, man. That's what life is about. And this ain't to get into no big drawn out, argument about perspective and ideology and all of that shit. Cause I don't care where you at. When certain music play, it ain't about none of that stuff. It's about praise and having a good time. So yeah, man, this the drum time talk while I get some work done. Just that and the third, talking about our performance. And then let me get back to the performance side of the thing, man. Like I say, man, the performance was lit. I've been tired because I ain't got my hands and my drum conditioning back. I don't care how much you work out. I don't care how much you lift weights or whatever. Like, to be in drum and dance shape, you got to be drumming and dancing. That's the only way to get in drum and dance shape, is to be drumming and dancing. You could go do that thing in your mind 100 times. You ain't practicing that thing physically, You know, even if you got the routine, man, you could be winded. Well, I've been tired, but I get my wind back. The more performances I get under my belt, and I look forward to them working, getting a lot of work done this year, man. Having a drum squad rehearsal where I could work with the drummers in the community. My intentions is not to have another dance group. That ain't my intentions. I want to see the drummers of today and tomorrow. I want to make sure we got drummers for today and tomorrow. I think that's the purpose of Drum Squad. We make good drums, quality drums that you can hear yourself on. We tighten drums up. That's what we do. And we want to get to a point to where we start having Drum Squad, drum class, where we could help young drummers take that next step to become master drummers or better drummers, because you don't never really become a master. You just keep on getting better and better over time. And man, I've been one of the most lit performances. I look forward to getting my son more active and back in practice, because he been enjoying his summer. I'll put it to you like that. But yeah, man, like I say, man, the Juneteenth performance, the Friday, the Saturday, the other group there went and did something for Queen Quet, the Gullah Geechee Nation, and it was, it been a lot of energy in the city for this weekend, and it felt good. And any chance we get out there with the drum on stage, and that, that's good for us, man. Fill us right on up, man. And like I say, man, Drum Squad coming through with these drums right now, man. Like we making sure these things tight. We experimenting, we learning as we grow. I do not know it all. I'm learning this thing as I do it. I ain't never had a drum table or did things like this before. So I'm learning how to use it and getting better over time. And the more drums that I do, the better I get. I'm learning how to maximize my potential, this, that, and the third. So, in a nutshell, it looked like this Juneteenth thing, they gonna be doing this every year now. So like I say, anything that bring about awareness. Now you got people having the discussion, and now you got people asking questions, and now you got people coming out saying this ain't this and that ain't this. But what it all do is make for awareness, and it makes for somebody out there gonna want to know what's going on, and they go do that research. And Lord, when they do that research, that's what it's all about. So I gotta wrap this drum time talk up. I'ma finish and actually get some work done right now and get this ring did. I'll have it done, and I can get my drum at least stringed up. I need to have my drum stringed up by tonight. No excuses. Drum Squad, we putting in work. My drum gonna be stringed up by tonight. I'm gonna make another video to cap that thing off, and I ain't gonna be able to get to pull my drum probably to the weekend. Hopefully the weekend. So Drum Squad, baby, we out. Peace. Love y'all for the culture. Drum time talk.